Despite 80-mile-per-hour winds and 14-foot floodwaters from Hurricane Sandy, October 29th, 3 U.S. Marines and a Navy corpsman from the Brooklyn-based 6th Communications Battalion answered the NYPD's call for help, saving 14 residents and first responders who were trapped by the flooding and a quickly spreading residential fire.
We could see the glow of the fire as we were coming up, but we didn't realize that it was that close. We thought that okay, it's bad. It's starting to get towards the houses, so they want to be on the safe side, get these people out of here. We didn't realize that, we didn't realize it until the point that we actually got to the block. We turned around the corner, and there was a fire. There were the houses that were on fire, the trees that were on fire, and they were, 4 houses away from us. That's how close we were to the fire. I mean, we heard that it was going to be bad, and we saw the wind. We saw a little bit of water, but actually when we drove over there and seeing the water level, I've never seen anything like that, maybe in movies, or some crazy thing that you'll see in TV that happens across the world. But no, to actually see here, in the place that you live, it really came across as surprising.
While 80-mile-per-hour winds ripped the siding from their own warehouses and rising floodwaters threatened their headquarters in Brooklyn, the Marines used 2 of the Corps' enormous 7-ton trucks to reach victims in water too deep for emergency service units.
We saw the flashlights in front of the truck. Let the police know there's someone right there. And then as they start to get into the headlights, the 7-ton, we saw this gentleman who had the flashlight. He had his daughter on his shoulders, and then his wife had another daughter on her shoulders, and then another daughter in her hand. And you could see it in his face. He was just in complete shock, and it was just kind of like a walking zombie.
And how high is the water?
At that point, it's probably waist high for him, maybe a little more. So as soon as they seen him, they went right away, grabbed him up, and brought him in the 7-ton, no questions asked. Riding around with the police officers because they had a really good attitude about him, so they kept the mood up, because you could tell it was a huge disaster. No one was, sugarcoating that. Everyone knew it was pretty bad, but the fact that they had positive mental attitude about it, and they kept reassuring us that, hey, you guys are really a big help, even though I didn't feel like we were. That felt good too. If they felt like we were helping them, then that felt good for us. And that's probably,
Why did you feel like you guys were being a big help?
I don't know. I think you could always do more.
More Marines are poised off the coast, ready to join the recovery. And 80 Marines are already on their way to New York City to pump out the storm surge that has crippled lower Manhattan. The Marines can move supplies inland with their aircraft and assist with construction, debris removal, and electrical work. For updates on the Marines' effort in the response to Hurricane Sandy, stay tuned to Marines.mil.